This is the story of Kevin, a ghost hunter who was passionate about exploring haunted places across India and the world. But now, something was about to happen to him that would turn him into the hunted instead of the hunter. It is said that in America, there is a cursed mansion that was once a grand estate. The mistress of this mansion was a witch who used to behead her servants and preserve their heads. Every servant working there would mysteriously disappear after 2 years. Over time, the locals became aware of this horror and surrounded the mansion, setting it ablaze. Since then, the mansion has remained in ruins. Kevin planned to spend the night in this haunted mansion. He hired a driver and reached the place. A strong wind was blowing outside as he stepped in. The mansion was pitch black and crumbling. He turned on his camera and walked inside. As soon as he entered, he felt something brush against his head. He looked around but saw nothing. As he moved forward, something hit his hand, causing his camera to fall. Kevin quickly turned on his flashlight and scanned his surroundings. The ceiling was covered with bats, cobwebs filled the corners, and the walls had old, eerie photographs hanging. One of the pictures was of the witch. He picked up his camera and continued recording. Suddenly, something hit his face and he fell to the ground. Finally, he decided to check his camera footage. What he saw made his blood run cold. Severed heads were floating in the air all around the mansion. Their mouths moved as if they were speaking. Kevin increased the volume to hear them better. He could make out some eerie phrases, but their meaning was unclear. Fear gripped Kevin. He turned his camera back on, but nothing appeared in the footage. When he stopped recording and checked the video again, the severed heads reappeared. They were screaming at him to leave. Then Kevin saw the witch's face on his phone screen. Her skin was dark, blending with the shadows of the mansion. She was staring at him with a wicked grin. Kevin grabbed his camera and ran, but suddenly something held him back. He struggled desperately and barely managed to break free. He sprinted towards his car, jumped in, and sped away. But after a while he glanced at his rearview mirror, only to see the witch sitting in the back seat, staring at him with the same sinister smile. Terrified, Kevin lost control of the car. A truck approached from the front, and in a horrifying crash, Kevin was killed on the spot. When the police investigated, they found his camera. But in the recorded footage, there were no floating heads, just Kevin screaming and talking to himself, as if arguing with an invisible force. "Run away from here. Why did you come here? Do you want to become one of us?"